It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Lions and the Packers. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
To throw is Love. It's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Coming free is Chark. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A run with Brooks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage? Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain. From
the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck to this pass rush. The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Javon Bullard.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
2nd down throw for Love. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. That catch number 40 on the season for him. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Goff to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go play action with Goff. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing here is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Love. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
In motion, Reed. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
3rd and a yard.
And 1.
Throwing is Love. This is caught at the 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, from the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Doubs headed in motion. Here's Jacobs. A dive, and he's in! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Touchdown number 9 for the year. On now, Cade York for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Trailed by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Goff. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, Goff. On target to Laporta. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Lions called their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. He'll go right back to Laporta. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd down, Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So, the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end. Thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the 2nd half to follow. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's Goff. The ball comes out. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
On 2nd down, Goff. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Love to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Love to throw it on 1st down. The open man is Reed. He's got it. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Love. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Jacobs. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. York now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Lions.
Throwing here is Goff. Pass brought in by Chark. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Reed. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
That's good. Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
And the Packers, 1st down.
On play action, Love completes this one. That's Christian Watson. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The Lions offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Open man's got it. That's Chark. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Goff. Finding room at midfield. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. He'll go play action with Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they were able to convert.
And he'll only get down to around the 42. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. And he's in. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. A good play action with Love. That complete to Jacobs. Now they face third down and 7. From the gun, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here comes second down.
Second down and 10.
Back to the air, it's Love. A quick slant, roped in by Watson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On comes the Packers punting team. Important punt here in this tie game late. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 30. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They'll run, and he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll stick to the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. They'll stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run here. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up. So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Love. The right side. Catch made by Dobbs. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.